Look at this time lapse of a small business owner drowning in paperwork and open laptop tabs. This is the reality for millions of founders today. They are completely overwhelmed, and the demand for virtual assistants to step in is growing daily. It's an expanding market with thousands of new listings every week if you're ready to start working remotely. But instead of stepping into that gap, most beginners hit a wall. You sit down, open your laptop, and immediately freeze. You spend weeks trying to invent a unique, perfect niche, convinced you need a complex specialty before you can send a single email. We can visualize these two paths here. This table compares the rookie mistake against the strategic entry. On the left, the failing beginner spends months overthinking a micro-niche. They are preparing to start rather than actually working. On the right, the successful entrant takes a pragmatic approach. They map the skills they already have, write a one-sentence pitch, and start applying for opportunities today. Overcomplicating the starting line creates more friction than a lack of specialized skills. Choosing simplicity allows you to enter the market and earn while others are still designing logos. You don't need formal digital business experience or a high-ticket specialization to land your first client. A disorganized founder needs someone to answer emails, manage a calendar, and enter data without errors. Your existing organizational, communication, and basic software skills are valuable assets to a business owner whose time is currently split between 10 different tasks. You can bridge this gap through skill mapping, the process of identifying which of your current abilities fits into one of 5 beginner-friendly roles: general VA and executive assistant, lead generation and social media, or customer support. Success as a new VA comes from leveraging these baseline skills for speed to market. Choosing a path requiring 0 weeks of training ensures you can start looking for work immediately. We can sort these 5 niches using a quadrant chart. The x-axis tracks your interaction style, from internal admin work to external, customer-facing tasks. The y-axis tracks the skill type, from routine process execution up to creative or analytical work. In the internal and routine quadrant, we find the organizers. This covers general and executive assistants. The required inputs here are strictly practical. You need organizational discipline, the ability to manage complex calendars, and the focus to triage a cluttered inbox. Because you are saving founders hours of their own time every week, these roles have wide-ranging demand. Startups and local service businesses alike are constantly searching for this kind of basic operational relief. However, there is a clear trade-off. Because the technical barrier to entry is low, you will face a high volume of competition for every open role. To stand out as an organizer, you don't need specialized software knowledge. You have to win the job based on your reliability, your speed, and the clarity of your communication. Moving to the internal and analytical quadrant, we find the researchers, or lead generation assistants. This role requires comfort with CRM software, methodical prospect research, and high-precision data entry. Business coaches and consultants place a high value on this role because your research directly populates their sales pipeline. When you find qualified leads, you are helping them generate revenue. The trade-off is the repetitive nature of the tasks. Clients require zero-error data validation, which means spending hours on methodical, detailed research without losing focus. This path is sustainable if you have a naturally high tolerance for data work and prefer working behind the scenes rather than managing a client's daily schedule. In the external and creative quadrant, we have the social media assistant. The baseline requirements are an eye for design using tools like Canva, familiarity with platform scheduling, and basic copywriting. E-commerce stores and health and wellness coaches are often the primary clients here. They need an aesthetic online presence, but lack the time to design and post content themselves. The danger here is scope creep. Clients often blur the line between hiring an assistant to schedule posts and expecting a marketing strategist to deliver viral growth. Choosing the creative path requires you to set strict boundaries to ensure you aren't providing high-level consulting for a basic assistant's hourly rate. Finally, in the external and routine quadrant, we have the communicators, or customer support assistants. Success here relies on empathy, patience, and the ability to navigate email or chat desk software efficiently. High-volume stores provide steady, predictable work in this niche. You'll have a clear list of tickets to resolve and a consistent schedule. The trade-off is the emotional weight of handling complaints and the requirement to adhere to rigid shift times to cover live support channels. This path trades the lifestyle flexibility of freelancing for the financial security of a consistent daily workload. To move forward, evaluate your inherent personality traits and choose the niche that aligns with how you naturally work. If you enjoy strict processes, follow this branch to executive or lead generation. If you are naturally empathetic and communicative, branch toward customer support. And if you enjoy creating visuals, follow the branch to social media. The most effective choice for immediate entry is the niche that requires zero new training. Speed to market is your priority. Picking a niche is just step 2 in this action plan. Next, define your service using the I help formula on the right. Plug in your niche and target market to instantly create your professional bio. I help business coaches generate leads through lead generation. Committing to one target market might feel like you are turning away potential work, but this specific focus is what allows a beginner to stand out in a saturated market. A launched service based on your current skills will always outperform a perfect niche that never leaves your notes. Pick your lane, finalize your formula, and start applying.